Hello everyone. If you have found this reading, then you have clicked on it for a reason. This is a special reading because it's actually nighttime here and I just really felt in the mood to do a tarot reading. So this is like late night guidance messages, but really it's a gas up of what is beautiful about you and what beautiful traits do you have, because we should all have a reminder of what we can love ourselves. That made no sense. We should all be reminded of what we can feel proud of and love ourselves for, because sometimes we just can't acknowledge these things, or we don't see these things for what they are. So I wanted to do this as a little reminder of that. I'm really excited because I have had a quick glance at all the cards as I'm shuffling, and I'm just really excited to tell you guys all about these things because there's some good things in there without giving anything away. Also, I have a moment to crack up at this. I have to put my cards up because otherwise you guys can't see them very well, and I like you to be able to really get the vibe of each card. And I normally have glass down and I stick my blue tack on the glass, but I didn't have any glass today on there. I took it off, so I had to stand them up on another card. I mean, innovative or what? But it's also exciting because I haven't seen this card, and this is going to be a special reveal card right at the end. It's a little surprise message of guidance. So tune into the piles, tune into the energies of each pile. We've got 3 piles here in this reading. Pile number 1, I'll put closer up for you so you can get a good look. Sorry if the lighting's a bit dodgy, it is dark outside. Pile number 2, and pile number 3. It's a pretty one. So when you think you know what pile you are being called to for your love and beautiful messages, then go to the description below and click on your timestamp and I will see you there. So pile number 1s, if you chose this beautiful card, then this is going to be your reading on what is beautiful about you, what beautiful traits do you have, so that we can love ourselves more, because there is so many things here that is just insanely beautiful about you. I mean, this is like energetically what is beautiful, but also you guys have a lot of aesthetically like 3D physical things that are beautiful about you as well. Like, you have very soft features and you have a very delicate face and you look really warm and welcoming. I think sometimes people are intimidated by you, but it's because you kind of are actually very attractive and beautiful, and sometimes this comes off as intimidating to some people, but to a lot of people you are very warm and welcoming, and you have beautiful eyes. Your eyes is like one of the first things people notice about you when they meet you is your eyes, because they just pop out and they just look really deep into people's souls. Like when you look at people really feel like mesmerized by your gaze, and like you look very deeply into them. It's magical, you know? Like when people look at you, it's like this whole sparks flying kind of vibe I get. It's like how Spirit's making it out, which is so funny. I think that another thing that is so prominent about you is your mental realm, how intelligent you are and like philosophical you are. There's definitely a lot to do with your mind and being a really gentle, kind and fair person. Like, you won't stand for anything that is not very, like, not nice. You won't stand for not nice behavior, or it's because you're so empathic. You pick up on other people's emotions, and like this makes you a really beautiful person because people just see you as so caring and so kind and generous, and you always know the right things to say as well, because you have this inner wisdom inside of you. Like, you have philosophy coming out twice here. It's like you have ways of looking deeper into the mind and really talking about things and making people feel calmed and soothed by it. Especially with this serenity, value quiet days with only the rustling leaves breaking the silence. I feel like your energy is kind of like that deep breath, kind of hear the birds and just kind of take a moment to relax kind of vibe, you know? Like, it wouldn't surprise me if some of you watching this do like, I don't know, like meditations, or like you help people by talking to them or something like that. Make them feel more calm. There's something exotic about you as well to other people, whether this is like your accent or how you look, how you dress. It's just there's something about the people around you who think that you're very exotic, like you're very got this watery vibe, or just like you're from another world. Like, you are honestly so beautiful. And you also are very passionate and fearless, and I think this is like you have a strong moral compass inside yourself for what is right and wrong, and it's like you are very passionate. If this is even a thing, is there a word for like loving passion? Or passion kind of is that anyway, but it's like this love with the passion, like this boldness but with gentleness at the same time. And I think that's really beautiful, because you're a very balanced person to be able to be like that, like very very passionate and bold, and like, what is that word, like very strong and empowered spirit, but also you at the same time are not aggressive in that, you're not violent in that. It's like a very loving, passionate place, but you're not afraid to stand your ground if you feel like something's wrong, because you are very empathic, you know, and you do have a very good sense of philosophy in your head, as I said, of what is right and wrong to you, and you just can't sit back and let these things happen because you just feel it yourself. And so you'll do what you can to help people and make them feel better. I think some of you are sometimes a bit more on the shy side, not all of you, but I think some of you are a bit shyer, but it kind of adds to this mystery that people kind of see you as well. Is like this kind of, like, people just want to know more, you know, like when they see you just out and about, because this is the thing as well, which is funny, is like I wasn't this card fell out about 3 times and was causing, I got a headache when it came out. Someone has their eyes on you guys, and like I couldn't just keep putting it back in. Like, spirit obviously wanted this card out, and it got confirmed by acquaintance. They came out together, so it's like someone is thinking hard about you right now, or someone is admiring you. I just thought you'd like to know. Maybe that's why it's like there's a lot of physical beauty in this pile, because it's like maybe a bit of their energy is being channeled through this, because you definitely have someone who is like set, like their eyes are on you. I don't know, but that's just for some of you. I don't know if you'll know, but maybe you'll know. But if not, there's definitely a lot of people, acquaintances, as I was saying here, that see you out and about, that don't really know you that well, that you give off this really mysterious vibe that is just like really intriguing, a bit like this uncertainty. Like, there's questions, like maybe you don't open up to people like just all straight away. Like, obviously you're not closed off or anything, you're not rude or blunt, but like there's like deeper parts of you that not many people get to meet, you know. And I think people sense this, and it's like they want to know you more. It's kind of like addictive, do you know? I don't know why this energy is here, but but yeah, there's a beautiful thing. There's so much, like, your energy is like a breath of fresh air, and it's like you're always bringing renewed perspectives, or renewed senses of clarity, or you're always growing, you're always changing, you know, you're always stepping out of the dark and growing and shining your light. But even people who don't know you well that see you, honestly, you strike them so much. And I think, yes, it is with your appearance, but also as well, you have a really big, kind heart. You're very loving and giving, and just in the everyday life, when you pass someone in the street or whatever like that, you come across as really kind, you know, whether that's just because you smile at them or whatever, you come across as really, really kind. What's also hilarious is that you have a great sense of humor. Some of you have a very dark sense of humor. This is two things. You have a very dark sense of humor, but also, and that you could see all of the lighthearted kind of element to life, and you bring this energy of lightheartedness, but you also bring this energy of questioning and making people question things deeper, you know, and like, there really is such a mysterious vibe to you guys. And I just got drawn to this word magic as I said that, with alchemy and the philosopher's stone. So there's something with magic here and alchemizing, like you guys are alchemists of energy in some way. And maybe this is transforming fear into empowerment for people, and fear into serenity, or worry into serenity and calm. And it's like, even without you saying anything, like your look and like your presence and your energy is really healing. Like you have some healing powers, you guys. And I think this obviously just didn't come from anywhere. You've been through a lot of dark shadow work to reclaim your fire back, reclaim your power back, and to feel really confident again in your solar plexus, like how you're seen, and like not caring what others think of you, like that kind of area. There's a lot of stuff going on with that solar plexus chakra in that kind of way. Maybe you went through a lot of shadow work when it came to not being afraid to be seen and heard and speak your truth and just stand out and be bold and not care if anyone judges you or not, because I do feel like you guys are such beautiful souls. You're so empathic that you may be a bit more introverted. That's the word I'm looking for. You may be a bit more introverted, but also some of this comes from places of maybe hurt or judgment from others in the past, or some situations that kind of knocked you down from people not making you feel good enough or like that. And you really reclaimed your power back, you guys. You've really reclaimed it back. And this is why your energy is so magnetic, because you've really alchemized and transmuted so much within yourself, so much of your shadow into light, that it's like you have such a passion inside of you and fearlessness. You are light warriors. There's also another thing here about your energy being intense, because you mirror people. Like when they meet you, they think, whoa, that's so weird. Like, I don't know, you have a way of mirroring people's energy back to them. And so maybe that's why you're a bit more introverted as well, because you have to be careful who you are around, because you will honestly mirror people back to them how they are. And that's not saying like you just mold to everybody else. You do have your own person, you do have your own frame, but it's like we help people by mirroring them, because we can show them things about themselves that they didn't realize, you know. So it's very enlightening to be able to help people in that way, like mirroring their energy back. But also this can be quite triggering for some people sometimes, you know, because you don't realize you're doing it and they don't know. It's like, you know, like it might be triggering for some people sometimes, and so it's a bit intense, but I don't think it's anything in a bad way. And I think it's intense sometimes that people are able to really relate to you, and so you kind of reel people in. Maybe you get like very deep connections with people, like quickly they just kind of connect with you and become quite set on you, and you might be like, whoa, a bit sometimes, you know, because it's like people feel like you just get them and you just mirror them back. So this makes you very magnetic. Honestly, you are a very powerful spirit. And there's a lot of beautiful freedom to your soul as well. you just look right into other people. And also, I forgot to mention this, but some of you may be gifted to at writing, or anything in the form of writing, in this air element of philosophy, and diving deeper into maybe conspiracies and magic or anything like that. Maybe you're into divination, but there's something here about you being gifted in writing or anything in that kind of field. So yeah, you're really intelligent souls, you guys. I hope that this gassed you up, because honestly, oh my god, I nearly forgot. We need to look at your last card. Okay. Also, one last thing as well. This won't resonate for everyone, but oh, actually no, this will resonate. This will resonate for everyone. I was going to say it's because her dress, but how you dress, whether you're a boy or girl, how you dress in general, people find that really beautiful. You come across with a lot of grace and a lot of elegance. But let's look at your mystery card. Relax, the light in the powered gold sunshine. You guys are like the sunshine. When you walk in a room, you light up the room. Even your presence, as we were saying earlier, has a very, very high vibrational energy. Like seriously, I cannot get that across enough. You've done a lot of transmuting and alchemizing in yourself, and so you actually hold a lot of light within your body. You guys are like an angel sent down from earth. You make people feel uplifted. You make people feel warm. You make people feel loved and welcomed. And you are just beautiful souls all around. You are a golden sunshine ray. And yeah, you make people feel so relaxed, and you know, as if it's like a sunny day and you can just chill out in the garden or chill out and take a deep breath. Like, you make people so relaxed. So I hope that you enjoyed your reading, you guys. You are such beautiful souls, honestly, and it's a pleasure meeting you. So yeah, I'll speak to you all very soon. Stay yourself, keep on being you, and yeah, you guys have some admirers. Get you little cheeky tea over here in this reading. Anyways, I love you all, and goodbye. Hello, beautiful pile number 2s who chose this pile with this card. Such a beautiful watery energy to all of you. You could have water placements, you could be a water sign, but you don't have to be. But there's a lot of love and watery kind of sensitive energy inside of you, like very, especially we've got this coming out as well, divine feminine. You could be any gender. Like, we all have divine masculine energy and divine feminine, and your divine feminine is like thriving. So this is like you're really nurturing and comforting to people, and you bring them a lot of kind of secure energies. You make people feel safe, and some of you could be creative as well, because this is all about birthing, and it's like you are oh my god, you have magician as well, and it's like you are creators of something. Like, you create something, you've birthed something, I don't know, something like that, or like you alchemize and transform things. Like, you are magic. Like, some people think you're, like, if you're talented in any area, people see this like magical. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that might only resonate for a few of you, but all of you are magicians. You have a way of transmuting energy. It could simply be like transmuting like people's moods into a lighter mood, you know, because you are a really good friend. You have a lot of friends, and if you have like a community of some kind, I don't know, like spirit's telling me you're a bit of a social butterfly. Like, you might have quite a few different friends, but it's like you either way are someone who people see to be as a really, really good friend, like in so many different ways. And I think it's because of your adventurous spirit. You know, you're always up for new things, trying new things, you know, whether that's like if you're the type of people to like go have a swim in a little creek you find, or you know what I mean, there's something magical about you. You're always up for adventure and discovering, like seeking and discover. And then this one up here with the Lyrian, it looks like to me, like obviously this is whatever, but it looks like a globe. Like he's looking at a globe thinking, what do I want to do, where do I want to go? You know, you're up for discovering more to this life, you know, and traveling and seeing things and making connections with people. You may even have friends who live in a different country to you, maybe, you know. There's really such a strong element here of friendship and social, that, as it says, social butterfly. Like, you have a way of bringing lightness to people, and you're really good listeners as well. And people really just admire this about you. You're someone who they can just go to, and you're just so laid back, and they can tell you anything, and it's like a judgment-free zone, because you're so like mothering in nature, where like everything's okay, and like we'll talk through it, and you know what I mean. But it's because you are very strong and courageous. You have this strong and courageous energy to you, again with this Lyrian energy, with the strength, courage and bravery. Like, you're so just courageous, you know, and you're not afraid to stand in your authenticity and be who you are. There's like a big strong emphasis on being who you are and loving yourself for who you are, and I think that you really inspire others to do the same with that, you know. Like, I feel like maybe you went through a lot of like either you're still going through this battle with yourself, or you already have, to be seen in your authentic light and be accepted and love yourself for that and not be afraid. Like, there's a big element of courage and bravery in, you know, how you allow I don't know, I hope I'm getting this across right, but how people see you. It's like, maybe that was a battle you had with yourself that maybe you're still going through, or you've already been through. Either way, it's bringing a lot of courage, strength, and bravery, as we keep saying. But you guys honestly are really watery energied people. There's something really serene about you. And if you have any, this is gonna hit a few specific people, but not everyone. I don't know, just the way you dress, or like if you live near water or something, like maybe your swimsuits, or just like your fashion sense or anything like that, or if you have any tattoos, it's like something about that area. It's like you come across as quite creative to people, maybe in like the way that you choose to dress yourself or do your makeup, or it's something along those lines. You have a really nice style, and this comes across to people. But most of all, you're so connected with your intuition and your emotions and your, as we were saying, your feminine side, like with the moon here as well. Like, you're very connected to yourself on a deeper level. Like, you've met yourself at quite deep levels as well. And it's like, I feel like you're the type of people to really appreciate each moment. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, really, you don't really take things for granted, you know. You are really gifted at manifesting with the Magician, the 11 here, and manifesting dreams. Oh my god, I just realized as well, this is water spirit, because this card is so watery, and you've got water spirit as well. Like, wow, you guys have such a watery energy to you. Anyway, sorry, I like zoned out then. My ears like went a bit deaf and got like ringing in my ear. But anyway, you guys, there's some friends around you who just love you to absolute death. Like, I see this as like you and your friends like cheering each other on. You're also a very fun, playful person. You know, this card's all about the otters playing in the water and enjoying the moment and waiting for their manifestations to come in. Do you know what I mean? And you're very determined as well. I feel like you guys, you're such dreamy souls. You have maybe big dreams because of such your watery energy, because your watery energy is like, it's like your imagination and that dreamy and that dream world, you know. So you guys are gonna really manifest big things in this lifetime. Like, I think this is what hits other people about you as well so strong, is like, there's something really special about you. You have some special qualities, and it's like people see you as this kind of like, you're made to do big things, or you're really talented in some kind of area, or there's something about you that stands out. And yeah, and it's like, because you guys are so kind and just follow your heart, you listen to your heart, and you let your heart guide you as well. You have a light and optimistic spirit that lifts others up, and people find you really stable and dependable. Like, they can always count on you, you know. You're always going to be there for them. Whether that's like you haven't spoke in like a couple of days, or you haven't spoken a couple of years, you're the type of person like things just doesn't change with you. There's a big energy on community here, and having a community of some kind. If you have any community of some kind, it's like you just thrive in this. Like, you bring such a lightheartedness to the energy of your surroundings, the people around you, and everything of that kind. And there's also this kind of collaboration energy. Also, you have 11 and 22, so that could be a significant number for you. But it's like, you guys have a lot of potential. Like, people see that, it's like, wow, they have so much potential. Like, you are just blossoming all the time, and yet people still can imagine you in the future just creating more and blossoming even more and discovering even more. You're such a free spirit. You're not going to be tied down to any place, and you've proved that with what you've been through in the past, and showing courage and bravery to do those things, to step out your comfort zone and to grow. And I know this wasn't easy for you, you know. There's something really elegant about you to people as well. You definitely have this physical attraction, and I think it's because of all this watery energy as well. Like, you're very soft and gentle in nature when you come across to people. Like, you're very how do I hate it when this happens, because it's like energy and you have to try put it into 3D words, but it's like, you're very like special. Like, how do I describe this? You, even without saying anything, when you meet someone, they feel your kind energy. They feel that inner warm sunshine energy that you hold, and it's like really healing, and people just see you as such a genuine person, and that's why you make such good friendships. And so many people think like, I want them to be my friend, or they look like really nice people, or just the encounters you've had with people, you all leave the same impression and a lasting mark of healing and love and just lightheartedness. You guys have a great sense of humor, you know, a really great sense of humor. And I think this is just everything. You lift people up all the time. You really are very selfless people, is what I'm gathering from your energy so far. Is like, you're really selfless and giving and generous people. And it's like, you want to manifest your dreams, but you'll take your close ones there with you and your community there with you. Or like, you want to manifest your dreams, but you also want to help the collective. You want to help the world in some way, you know. Like, you're a very selfless being, and I'm sure you will do that. You will definitely help the whole world, because this energy is not to be contained. We see you. I wouldn't, you know, be surprised if there was traveling in your future, if you went to many different places or anything like that, you know, because there's such a strong emphasis on that. And being near water as well. Being near water is probably like really nice for you, or having showers or baths. But there's such a serene energy. You're definitely the type of people that maybe need some time on your own from here and there to really cleanse yourself and get back to yourself, because you're very empathic. But we're going to have a little look at your mystery card. And you have rest. Slow down. You don't have to solve everything today. Oh my god, you guys. you got the hummingbird. Hummingbirds are literally one of my favorite birds, and they literally match your energy so well because the hummingbirds are so quick. And this is what I was going to say, there's something fleeting about your energy, but it is very much like a butterfly. Like you're very, like, you flutter around from place to place, and you spread lightness and kindness to each flower that you come to, i.e. each person that you meet. And it's like you're very you just spread seeds of happiness everywhere that you go, in every place that you are. People who just pass you on the street, as I say, or you know, that you just meet in day to day, you leave them feeling happier. You make them feel more uplifted with your light-hearted energy. But also, I do think that there's a message coming out here as well about rest. And as I said, you guys are very selfless people, but make sure you're not giving too much of your energy all to others and then becoming drained from it, you know, because this card does give me a very sleepy vibe as well. So just make sure you're giving just as much to yourself, or just because it's hard to gauge, isn't it, like how much rest we need and how much energy it takes from us sometimes, because you guys are always lifting people up, and if you're a social butterfly, always speaking to people, this takes energy and without us realizing. And I think it can leave you feeling quite drained sometimes because you do absorb people's energy, you know, you are very empathic. So just make sure yeah, you're cleansing with water, having baths, taking showers, spending time for you. You deserve it. You give so much light to other people. You give so much love to other people, and kindness and generosity and selflessness. And sometimes I think that you leave yourself out, you know, and that's not like a bad thing in any way. It's just like, just goes to show what a kind and genuine person that you are. But yeah, don't forget that, you guys. So I love you all so much. This is the end of your reading. I hope that it resonated with you, and yeah, all of the above. So love and light, you beautiful souls. Hello, beautiful pile number 3s. If you chose this card, then this is going to be a reading of what is beautiful about you. Oh my goodness, I do not know where to start with you beautiful souls. Honestly, there's so many things going on here, so let's work through them. Okay. The first thing that hits you about your card spread here is this energy of being connected with nature. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but your card that you picked is a tree, and it has, I'm pretty sure that, is it the Eye of Horus? I'm not sure. Like the Egyptian symbolism. I'm not like all that clued up on either of these symbols, to be honest with you. So I'm going to take it more as like a third eye kind of thing. But this is like going along the Egyptian roots as well. This is like you have deep ancient connections to nature. You get ancient wisdom through nature. And already off the bat of your reading, you guys, if you pick this power, I feel like you're quite you guys have an amazing open mind. You're open to all of that kind of thing, like energy and like conspiracy theories. And you know, conspiracy theories, they're not really conspiracy, you know, a lot of them are truth, but maybe that's what you guys are like. Am I channeling your energy? Because you have authority here, which is this like assertive energy, but it's in such a beautiful way. Like, you're not scared to speak your truth, you know, but there's also something very sensitive about you as well. Like, I have to say, the song keeps coming in my head after I saw this card, Outcast, and it was like, sorry, Miss Jackson, ooh, I am for real, never meant to make your daughter cry. I'm sure you know that. If you don't, then that's cool as well. But I get that because before I pulled these cards, this card, right, this is the mantis being. Enigma, elusive, sensitive. This is kind of like you guys, you know, because how this keeps cracking me up, and you guys having a really funny sense of humor, a really funny sense of humor. But this kept cracking me up because he's holding a cup, and he kind of reminds me of like the Page of Cups, but he also reminds me of like, say if you're like at a party, I get this image of you like not fitting in, like not feeling like, and not in a bad way, right? Not in a bad way, but like it's kind of like you're just there like do 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 do, like it just feels like you're in the wrong place. But I don't say that in a way as if like you don't belong. It's in a funny, humid energy, and I feel like you'll get that if that resonates for you, because I feel like it's something you crack up about, is that you feel different to others. Like there's something different about you. I think it's how in touch you are with your spiritual side as well. Yeah, there's definitely something different about you. Maybe when you're younger it was a bit more difficult, like you felt like you couldn't fit in, but as you've got older it is not like that at all. You are so carefree, and I think you are very empowered at loving yourself and giving yourself self-care and tending to your own mind, as you've got here, and watering your own thoughts into flowers, not weeds. And I think you're a very strong person. So maybe it's something you struggled with in childhood, not really fitting in, but as you've got older you've totally embraced your crazy side. Because you guys, oh my god, you just have the bestest energy to you with these 3 cards. You see that? Cray cray, wild child, and carefree. Like free. Like that kind of energy that you guys have is like, you're not afraid to be yourself, just out there crazy, just doing your own thing, you know. Even if people call you crazy, like that, I feel like you guys would take that as a good sign. Like, well, I think you're the crazy one. Like, if people think you're crazy, I think you're like, good, because I don't want to be normal, because, you know, you inspire a lot of people, maybe because you just put yourself out there and you're not afraid to be who you are. And this empowers other people and inspires other people to be the same, you know. You're the black sheep for a reason, and you empower everyone else to open up to their unique qualities and their crazy fun parts of themselves, because we're all weird. Every person, or like, I don't really know what you would class as, like, because what is normal and what is weird, but at the same time, regardless, we're all a bit weird, you know, in some way or another, because we're all different. And it's like, just embrace everyone's differences. I feel like this is you I'm speaking through. Aside from your absolutely beautiful, light-hearted, fun, hilarious, playful, carefree side, you have a very nurturing side as well. Quite like trees, you're very grounding, and you have such a big heart. You're very, very comforting to people. You make them feel as if they're at home, you know. Like, I don't know, like I don't know, like there's just like this sense that you bring people a sense of home, or like, and this kind of feels like in a literal sense as well as not. Like if someone comes, I don't know, just like say if a friend stays around or something, or you help someone out at a difficult time or something, I don't know, something like that. It's like you make people feel really at home, you make people feel really looked after, you make people feel cared for, and you really are a refuge for people to go to for kind of like that healing and clarity and answers. Going back to you guys being really curious spirits, okay, like you're very, I don't think you take things, it's like you'll take things as truth, but you always hold them open to know more, because it's like interesting, but there's always something deeper, you know. And you have a very curious mind that's able to think in these ways that makes beautiful connections between things, and you're able to find out deeper meaning to things. I think you have a lot of ancient wisdom inside of you. I really think you guys are really wise souls, and your thoughts kind of intertwine and go deeper and connect and then spray off to different places. Like your mind is a very beautiful thing, and it's very balanced as well. As much as your thoughts reach out and up out there like this tree, they reach down too into the ground like roots. So you're very balanced minded people. Also, there's a big, massive, humongous element here with this golden ratio of beauty. Again, nature. You guys are very, and with the refuge here, she's in the forest, like exploring, and she discovers something. There's always something to discover. I feel like you guys feel like your mind is a beautiful place. You're always discovering more. And I feel like nature is such a healing thing for you. And you get a lot of wisdom out of it when you are in nature. Because look, he's in nature as well. Even though it's a bit barren there, there's always something beautiful to find. No matter what it is in nature, you appreciate nature. Oh yeah, and I forgot to show you this as well. Comfort. You bring so much comfort to people. Like we were saying before, you just have so many synchronicities within your reading. Like so many things link up together. And it's just funny because you've got signs here. Let me show you this card properly. This is crop circles, and it has message, curiosity, and signs. And it's like, you guys, do you get a lot of communication from spirit in synchronicities? Maybe in angel numbers? Anyway, there's a big emphasis here on your energy of beauty, Venus energy, art, creativity, and that's what this golden ratio is. Yeah, beauty, nature, and patterns. So this is a really cool card. Golden ratio is basically pi, and it's that for like that it goes on forever. It's forever unfolding. Wink wink if anyone's on here. Hello if you're watching. But it's this unfolding kind of energy of forever going, and it's like you guys are always growing because you're always tending to your mind, always growing your thoughts, making new thoughts, adding to new things. Like everything's an open book with you, you know. And I think that's something that's really beautiful about you, is that you're always open-minded to new things, and you just have such a untamed spirit. You have such a wild child inside of you that is so outgoing and like just wants to experience life and have fun and be joyful and carefree, because that is what it's all about. But with this golden ratio, you guys are very creative. This card is about beauty, art, music, nature, maths, numbers, patterns, the weather, going with the flow, design, architecture, life unfolding naturally, not forcing anything, being present here and now, and blessings. I just read that from the little book, by the way, in case you wondered why it just came off so quick. So all of those things, you're very gifted at architecture, so like home decoration, decorating. You have a beautiful aesthetic for things. This is all about art. This is all about music. This is about numbers again, as we were saying, angel numbers, the weather. You're very in tune with the energies of the earth around you, with the weather, with the energies of the weather that inflicts on your moods and things like that. You're gifted at picking up energy. Wow. And it feels like there's something really beautiful about you, is that you're just the type of person to try and let into the flow and be present in the moment and really be with yourself. You have a lot of earth energy, you guys. This very grounded, humble, and down-to-earth nature is what you guys are like. Like, you're very beautiful spirit. You just remind me of, like, you should be running around in the forest, like forest kind of munchkin, I don't know. Or a forest fairy or something, like a wild forest spirit, you know, that it's just like crazy and fun and causes mischief, but in a light-hearted kind way, not like tearing the place up, you know, not like that. But yeah, there's so many sides to you. You're so multifaceted, like your personality is. It's like you go from deep to lighthearted to funny to then serious. Like you have so many different sides of you that is really beautiful, and it makes people really like, ooh, I'm interested to know more, because I can't, like, you just have so many different sides to you that it's like, whoa, where does this person end? Like, your soul is a beautiful place to be, whoever gets to experience it. And you really do inspire so many people. I guess this is with what you say to people and how you speak to them, because you're so comforting, and just you kind of inspire, how you inspire from just how you are to people. You lead by example is what I'm trying to say, is that people look at you and think, I want to be more like that, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, you say things to them that makes them feel comforted as well, and like more lighthearted and more accepting and loved as well. So it's like, this is a really beautiful thing. You are beautiful inside and out, you guys. You really, really are. But yeah, the connecting with higher realms of beings like unicorns, fairies, aliens, like all of these kind of unanswered questions and things like that, like you really dive into. Your mind is a busy place. You always have thoughts going on. There's always something growing up in the works there, you know? You have a very strong aura and chakra system. It wouldn't surprise me if you guys are gifted at manifesting, because your chakras, like, they feel really like at flow, and like you're grounded just as much as your star chakra and your higher chakras are open and reaching out high, you know? Like, you can really anchor things down. You can really anchor beautiful ideas and concepts into this reality here and create them and make them tangible, which is a gift, because not everyone can do that. You know, a lot of the time we get ideas that are really out there and crazy, and we can't kind of alchemize them into our reality. But this is something that I think you don't realize you're gifted at. There's a lot of gifts within art and creativity for you guys, you know, with this golden ratio coming out. And yeah, you guys, you get a lot of messages. Maybe you get downloads from spirit, and it's just like, wow, you are very intelligent beings. Yeah, elusive. There's a lot of unanswered questions about you. You're so intuitive though. Honestly, you have such a beautiful energy, so full of love, so full of vibrant energy, and like, what is that, source energy. Like, you have so much golden energy to you guys. So we're gonna look at your mystery card. So your mystery surprise, ooh, your mystery surprise card is weed. Smoke up, baby. I'm joking. Don't tolerate less than you deserve. This is you as, oh my god, because you are so kind and so carefree and so comforting. But you know what? When you draw a line, you draw a line. It's like this fiery energy you have inside of you with this authority, you know? You don't tolerate less than you deserve. Maybe because you've had situations in the past, you know, where maybe you did, and like, because you're so loving, you just let people walk all over you because you were like, I can help them, I want to help them. And you know, you're so forgiving even when people maybe weren't the best for you, and you just put up with it, you know? Like, and then it came to a point where you were like, I'm not having that anymore, you know? You took refuge, you went away from these people, you started going down your own path, which, you know, so proud of you guys. That is a hard thing to do, you know? But you won't tolerate less than you deserve, and true right, because you are very special souls, very special souls. Like, honestly, your energy is so high vibrational, I literally cannot even tell you. You're just like this floating bubble in the air, and that's so weird actually, because you have these floating things in the air here, and on crop circles you have these floating kind of bubbles, and this kind of looks like, I know it's not, but it kind of looks like a bubble. Yeah, you're like a floating bubble, and then it goes again, like your mind's always drifting off into magical thoughts and places, into the matrix, and exploring the mind and unfolding, you know, the questions, the deeper questions. So yeah, you guys are very special souls, very special souls. I love you all so much. It was so nice to meet you, kind of, you know, kind of meet you. And I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day or night or whenever you're watching this. So I'll speak to you all soon. Mwah.